You're watching The Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.
Yeah. My heart is purple and gold. I'm a pirate down to my soul. And I don't back down, not at all. Find out when the cannons explode. From the sidelines down to the post. Put it down like not even close. All out to the last whistle blow. From the flag with the soul and crossbones. Everybody stand up, get your hands up. Let the team know that we got their back.
How about those friggin' Pirates?
Live from Overtime Grill and Bar in Birmingham. We've got a great crowd here tonight. Patience, my friend. Welcome into the show. We have Kyle from LaGrange Barber. How are you, sir?
What's going on, guys? I didn't think we were ever going to go live, but we finally have. So, how are things in Birmingham?
They're actually very good. So is the wings here, 95-cent wings tonight. They have just for our great crowd. And you come in tonight, you get 10% off your tip if you have East Carolina on the Pirates. So don't forget that. So we'll get that tonight for all of you. Hey, Matt, how is the weather there in Connecticut? Same like here?
What's up, man? Probably not too much different than it is there. Maybe a little colder here, but I was just checking out the weather. It looks like tomorrow at game time, it's going to be about 36, 37 degrees roughly. So not too bad, but definitely on the chilly side for the Pirates.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to John Hall, Tiff, everybody here. They've been taking very good care of us tonight. And, of course, we knew that, and that's why we picked them here at Overtime Grill and Bar. Man, the wings are to die for. And look at that. Craig is going – he's live here tonight, by the way. We have Craig here live. Normally it's Richmond, Virginia. We have him here live, a great Pirate crowd here. And I know Bubba and everybody that was at the pep rally earlier. I heard Jeff Charles coming in, stuck in a traffic jam in Atlanta. That was the only thing that kept my sanity is the wonderful, it's never good traffic in Atlanta, but when you hit rush hour traffic, it's tough. But we're happy to be here and ready for a big victory tomorrow, guys. I'll tell you what, never thought we would see that, I was thinking about today driving in that the fact that in 2018 I'm covering the last year of Mo. I said one day we're going to have a live bowl show. And here we are tonight, baby. We're here, and it's going to be the eve of a great bowl tomorrow night. I feel the Pirates are going to win. I'm telling you, they're going to win it.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, obviously, Coastal Carolina's not a pushover. Very good football team. I think it's going to be a hell of a football game. I think it could potentially look a lot like that Temple game. I think it's going to be a shootout.
Oh, you're going for a shootout. Okay, we'll give our a nice little tease. We'll wait the predictions towards the end of the show in the next hour. And certainly we've got some of your favorites that are going to come up tonight. They're going to come on tonight. They've been listening and watching for a long, long time over the last couple of years for sure. And maybe all 5 years since we've been doing the show. So we'll have some of those folks on as well. Guys, I'll tell you what I was thinking about is Keaton Mitchell, by the way, told me whenever we were doing the media day back in August that he was going to have 1,500 yards. And I think, Bubba, aren't we at 1,325 for Keaton Mitchell? Off the top of my head. So he needs 175. That's one of the storylines, guys, before I forget. 175 yards tomorrow, and Keaton will do it. He'll have the 1,500 yards as predicted. And think about that. He missed between maybe a couple of games between injuries if we count everything up with all the quarters. Yeah. So I'm looking for 1,500 yards. I think if Keaton Mitchell can do that tomorrow, get 175 yards. And when we had the play-by-play voice for the Chanticleers, he said they're very good for the run, so we'll see about that, but they're not good with the pass, kind of like East Carolina with the defense. So
I've seen Coastal struggle with the run game too. Old Dominion ran it down their throat. I do think they played better against the run after that, but I think they struggle with the run at times also.
Great
Yeah,
to
my
have
big
everybody.
thing, guys, is hey, let's take what they give us. Let's take what's available. And I know they're missing their top pass rusher, and I believe so. It's the top pass rusher for sure, and then one of their top DBs, I believe, as well, went into the portal. So I think that like when I was kind of looking at it, I think this is a team we can really throw the ball against, have a lot of success in the air, and then blend in the running game. So I think we're going to be able to score a lot of points, though, guys. I feel very confident about that.
I feel good
agree.
about that too. Go ahead, Kyle. Sorry.
I agree. I agree with Matt, but I think there's a score on us too. I think, like I said, I'm looking for a shootout.
And by the way, getting your thoughts before I forget. Holton Ahlers, 5th year. What do you guys think about tomorrow? How does Holton look tomorrow?
I think potentially it looks good. I mean, they, like you said, they struggle against the pass. Their top pass rushers out. One of their top DBs is in the portal. So Holton could have a big game. And I mean, it would be a hell of a way for him to go out. If he could have a big game, the biggest thing is Pirates to win. And I'm sure whether he has a big game or not, all he cares about is Pirate victory. But it would be nice to see Holton have a big game and go out a winner against Coastal and bring home a bowl win.
What's the line? Yeah. What's the line for the game, by the way, guys? It was 10.5. It's going down some, right?
It depending on where you look, 6.5 to 7.
Okay. So it's a touchdown.
Just to back up to Holton for a minute, guys. The thing about Holton is he was really banged up towards the end of the year. Yeah. Against Temple, he had damage to his hand. There was a report that he had a fractured rib. So he was banged up. And my thing is with him, hey, we have nothing to hold back. He's had a chance to rest his body, get healthy. Now we can, we shouldn't hold anything back in terms of Holton running, maybe blend in some more read option with him keeping the ball. You're going to have plenty of time to rest after this one. So you got to put it all out there.
Yeah. You don't know what Holton's pro aspirations are, if he thinks he can play in the league or not. So if he doesn't, if that's not at the forefront of his mind, then yeah, you could really utilize him in the run game more so than we have this year.
Guys, do you want to go to some comments early on? We've got a lot of people commenting tonight.
Sure.
So let's do some comments here. Why not? Chuck is saying 35-31 good guys, so he likes the Pirates. Appreciate you, Chuck. Okay. So we like that. How about good old Craig saying the Asian pizza sauce is delicious. So we appreciate him very much. And Matt's looking like a lumberjack. He's firing. He's on. I tell you one thing.
Thank you, Craig. I'll take that.
If we play as good as Craig is tonight, we're gonna win. It won't even be a shootout. It'll be a blowout for the Pirates. I'm telling you, man.
Go ahead.
And Brandon said, let's go Pirates. It's a no-brainer to me, but it would be great to play EC more often and create a little rivalry. Coastal Carolina coach Chad Staggs at the Birmingham Bowl presser.
Yeah, I'd like to see us play Coastal in all three sports, actually. Baseball, they're a power. We're a power. It should be played. They got a decent basketball program, and then football obviously is good. I would like a home-and-home with Coastal. I don't think you have to do a prolonged series, but maybe do a 4-game series, 2 in Greenville, 2 in Conway, Myrtle Beach. And I really don't know why we don't play them in all sports. I've heard rumors in baseball that Coach Godwin and Coach what's Coastal's kid's coach's name?
What's Coastal's head?
Coastal's head coach in baseball and Coach Godwin don't get along. I've heard that. But why we don't play them in other sports, I don't know. I know we asked John Gilbert about scheduling the football, and he acted like he hadn't even ever looked at their schedule.
I mean, to me, that it's a no-brainer because that's a team that's in the Sun Belt and you have a team in the American. I mean, it's not like it's a game where it's way over the match where we're going to lose 62-13.
No, and I think some of it is maybe some Pirate fans still have a view of Coastal. Some of the older Pirate fans don't think we should play them home and home. I think that's outdated thinking. And personally, I think a trip to Myrtle Beach in September for a non-conference football game would be a lot of fun.
No doubt about it. Hey, I love the idea. I have no problems. And guys, with the game tomorrow, one of the things that I'm curious to see is about special teams. That's been one of the storylines. It seems like we can't go away. that won't go away. I hope it does. As far as extra points, field goals, do you think we're going to be okay with? I think we'll be fine with the punting game. I give Larson a hard time. I think he'll be fine tomorrow. I'm looking at the kicking with the extra points and field goals. How do you think it'll be tomorrow?
Who knows? Hopefully good. We've had plenty of time to work on it. So hopefully we don't miss any extra points, and I'm hoping we ain't attempting a lot of field goals. So
That's true. Good point.
Hopefully not. How are the winds, Dave? How are the winds down in Birmingham?
What do you think, Bubba, as far as the winds are concerned?
Yeah, because I'll tell you, that's my biggest concern with the kicking game.
I haven't really noticed
how
it
this
that much.
wind has been lately.
To be honest, I just got here. I literally got to the hotel, threw my bags in the room, and came here. I haven't really got a good feel. I know that a lot of the crowd here, maybe they can tell us about the wind here, but I haven't really paid attention.
Would you like for me to ask Alexa what the winds will be like tomorrow?
Sure, go for it.
Alexa, how will the winds be in Birmingham, Alabama tomorrow?
Tomorrow, in Birmingham, Alabama, expect a light breeze around 5.8 miles per hour.
So it's not bad.
There you go, guys. No wind.
Yeah, no
Thank
wind.
you, Alexa.
All right.
That's not bad at all.
No, we should be
I'll
fine
tell you
there.
one thing. Dave, hopefully we're not in a situation at the end of this game where we have to kick a field goal. In that case, I would definitely keep the ball in Holton's hands and keep Mitchell's hands. So hopefully it doesn't come down to that. But we should be healthy. We should be fresh. We should be ready to go.
Hey, by the way, Richard says, Matt, you sound great. Did Santa bring you a new mic?
Thank you, Richard. I do have a new mic here. You like that?
Oh, man. There you go. Stepping up. It's bowl time, baby. This is prime time. Matt said you got to step it up. And we need the mic here, actually. But
I got a laptop to start doing the show on, but I haven't opened it, so I'm still doing it on my phone. So,
oh, my God. Kyle's got a laptop, Bubba. Wow. All right.
Hey, is Richard there tonight? Is Richard with you guys?
No, he's coming in. He's flying in tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
He'll be here tomorrow, like at lunchtime with us. So we'll get to hang out with Richard. It's the best. You know how much we think of Richard. And I will say I heard a funny story today, not with him, but his wife. And I'll tell you guys later. It's not a bad thing about her, but I'll tell the story later on about that. So, but anyway, let's talk about the game. As far as tomorrow, you defer to the second half, or you kick? You'd say we'll take the kick.
I almost always refer to the second half.
That's what I do, but I didn't know if we. The reason I said that is it better to go ahead and get up on Coastal like 14-0. Normally, I'm the guy that defers to the second half, but I'm wondering if I should change my mindset and let's go ahead and punch them in the mouth, get up a couple scores, do a Lincoln Riley, where if we do have to do a shootout, we would know that we would have the confidence to be up that big. I don't know. That's my gut feeling for tomorrow, is to change, like normally, not change what we do, but just change the strategy of let's just go for all in. Let's go for it now. That's my gut feeling. I don't know.
I agree. I mean, I don't mind taking the ball first in this game at all, just because Coastal's been so shaky on defense lately. Obviously, we have two, but now they have two of their better players out for this game. I'd try. My feeling is I'd try to get the ball and put some points up quick, and then hopefully our defense can rally. To me, the story of this game, guys, is how does our defense respond from the last few weeks of the season. That was very uncharacteristic of a Blake Harrell defense to play like that 2 weeks in a row. Really had no answers versus Houston and Temple, obviously. So it's really important, I think, for this team, for the program, that the defense takes back, some of that pride and plays much better than they did the last few weeks.
No doubt.
That'd be nice.
Sorry, Kyle. I was just going to say quickly. I was talking about Holton. What do you think about Grayson McCall? He's going to be leaving. He might stay. It's been so much up in the air with him. As far as, he's a 3-time player of the year for the Sun Belt. The Sun Belt's one of the best conferences in the nation, obviously with football, and really, it's right up there with the American as far as I'm concerned. How does he look tomorrow? What do you guys think with him? To be fair, we talked about Holton, and we have another. It's like a heavyweight fight between two great quarterbacks, in my opinion.
He's a great quarterback. I don't think it's really – I think it's more how his teammates are going to respond to him potentially entering the transfer portal. But him himself, he's a great quarterback. Where's his mind? My guess is his mind will be on the game come game time. But, you got to wonder, are the teammates going to be all in with him, or are there going to be some that feel negative towards him?
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, that kid is a gamer. Say what you want about Coastal, but that kid, you have to respect him. I mean, he's a gamer. He shows up every week. I expect nothing less of him tomorrow. I think we need to put him in situations where we try to get him in at least third and medium and third and long and make him beat us with his arm versus his feet. But he's going to be ready to go. He always is, and we'll get his best shot.
No doubt.
No doubt. And we'll get some comments. And we have some folks here that are some of our regulars. By the way, Justin Butt says, "What's up, guys?" And then Craig is here.
What's up?
He said, "Justin Butts, aren't you supposed to be here?" Craig's calling him out. Where's Justin tonight? I mean, he's supposed to be here, right? I mean, we have 2 trucks, and I know this is the end of the the season for them as far as driving the equipment. And by the way, let's give Justin and his family a great shout out for working hard all season. You shouldn't have those snafus anyway, but they do a nice job of getting the equipment way ahead of time, giving the support staff and all the managers, everyone handling all that equipment. I can't imagine all that they do behind the scenes. Matt, you probably, and Bubba, you probably have more of an idea of what that's like. But speaking of which, nice segue for Matt. One of the questions I've had for you all week is, you've been in this position before, even though you're from a different era, the Logan era. What's it like? What's the mentality going through your head right now if you're a player? Just speak generically, I should say, on what's it like the night before a bowl game. Are you like anxious as all get out? Are you fired up? What's the mood like, you think, with this group, knowing that you've been in the purple and gold the night before a bowl game?
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely feeling anxious. You're feeling ready to go because you've had so much time in between games here. So you're just kind of dying to get back out onto the field and hit somebody. So I imagine that the guys tonight are excited. They're probably feeling much healthier than they have in several months. They're probably jacked up and they're ready to take the field. So a lot of anxious feelings, but certainly, it's nothing these guys haven't faced before. I mean, they've played in huge crowds, they've played in big games, and this is one they've had plenty of time to prepare for. So I think you're going to see a very fresh, motivated team tomorrow.
Yeah, let's hope so. I would hope that getting our 8th win of the year, as Coach Houston said, just being the 10th ever Pirate team to win a bowl game. So there's a lot of room for motivation for tomorrow, a lot of things to play for, and hopefully we get it done. I mean, just the biggest thing is just win the damn bowl game. I don't care if it's by 1 point or 20 points or if it's an overtime or what. Just win the damn game. I think it's going to be a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, and one thing that's a little different about bowl games, guys, is you do throughout the course of the week, you're around the other team quite a bit. You do like these dinner events, whatever. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what they had going on this week, but you're around the other team quite a bit. So it kind of builds up a little bit of like, hey, I can't wait to get out there and just destroy somebody and hit somebody. So that is something that's a little bit different about the bowl game, is you're around those guys for 3 or 4 days, and you really start not to like them.
We had a bowling tournament against them. That's one thing they did.
And comedy, they had a comedy night too. And then yesterday they had the player suite where they got a chance to go in the room and pick out the prize they wanted instead of the iPad for everyone or everybody getting the same gift. You could go in there and pick out the gift you wanted.
Or multiple gifts. You had 6 points to use. So,
yeah. All right. So here, how about this? Richard has a question for you tonight. This is going out to Matt. Matt, talk about the role of our D line to disrupt Coastal's QB. I'm worried about the speed of Coastal's D line.
Well, it's something we were talking about earlier in the day today, Richard. And, our D line needs to be active. We need to get pressure for sure. And, I really believe that Blake Harrell's had a lot of time to come up with some really good schemes. He's been watching film for several weeks. And I think we're going to have to find a way to get pressure, on McCall, which is tough to do because he's really athletic. He can beat you with his feet and he can make plays. But no doubt about it, the D-line has a huge job tomorrow. Obviously stopping the run, which they're very good at, but we need to be more productive rushing the passer, specifically up front. So those guys need to really challenge themselves and find a way to get pressure on him. Kyle, what do you think about that?
Our D-line has not played well late in the year. They played well early in the year. Coastal's offense is unique. They got a lot of triple option to what they do. It's a spread option, but they also throw out of it. I don't know how aggressive you need to be. I don't know if you need to play it more like a Navy where you play assignment football, because they do spread it out and they do throw it. But I don't know exactly how our D-line needs to approach this game, how aggressive we need to be or how disciplined we need to be in gap sound. So I'm not sure. Do you play it more like a Navy or do you play it more like a traditional offense?
Yeah. I like to attack it personally. I like to attack it and try to force them into situations where, you might be able to get a turnover or so. And, to your point, Kyle, kind of like Navy, it highlights the importance of first down. When you play a team like this, first down defense is huge, because if they're carving you up on first down, if they're getting 6 or 7 yards and they're winding up in, 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2 situations, that's not going to end up well for us. We need to play good first down defense and then get them into 3rd and medium, 3rd and long, where we force them to throw the ball. And, I think that's how we're going to play great defense tomorrow.
I've seen this some this year, and I talked to my Southern Miss buddy, and he said this, and I kind of have seen it kind of agree. He said if you can weather what they do early and kind of match them score for score, your defense can adjust to what they do and really start to slow them down in the second half. So I think that may be key, is to make sure we match them score for score early, and then in the second half have time to adjust and maybe get some stops.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. How about this for Bubba chimes in with a great point here. After tomorrow, we could have a 3,700-yard passer, 14-plus yard rusher, and 2 1,000-yard receivers. How about that?
Fire Donnie.
Great response from Kyle. Amen, brother Kyle. Maybe Bubba can help me. How many times has that happened in Pirate history to have all that across the table of?
That would be really hard to measure, something like that, Dave. That's to have those exact numbers. Who knows?
Yeah, and how about this? Your brother James says the offense is good, but like Matt said, if the D line penetrates you, can cause problems. The D is horrendous. Their D is horrendous.
Yeah, so that's what I think. It'll be a shootout. I keep going back to that.
Yeah. And I anticipate, guys, you're going to see our D line is going to look quicker tomorrow. They're going to play fast. I think they're going to be excited. I think you're going to see them look more like the team we put on the field against NC State in week 1, just because, they're going to be healthy and they're going to be fresh. I can't tell you, how much of a difference that makes this time of the year, guys. You're so banged up the last few weeks, and now you've had 3 weeks or so to get your body back into shape. And so hopefully those guys play fast.
One thing I would bring up that I have a question for you, Dave, and Bubba, if he can answer it. We practiced at Alabama's indoor practice facility, and Coastal practiced outside. Do you think that's an advantage for us because we were able to practice and maybe get more things accomplished in terms of game plan? Being practiced in an indoor facility when it was in single digits, 12, 15 degrees down there, Saturday and Sunday, or Friday, or do you think Coastal practicing outside gives them an advantage with a 37-degree temperature at kickoff?
I think it might matter. What I would say, my gut feeling is, it may matter initially, but I think once Matt helped and Bubba, y'all played, I think once you start playing the game, unless it's like a blizzard or something where it's like the Armed Forces Bowl where it was 14 degrees, something crazy like that. I don't think it's that much of an advantage. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but you guys have played and I haven't. I've coached, but not obviously at this level. But I don't think once they start playing, I think they're going to be uber focused on this game. Both teams want to win this game really bad, but I don't think it's going to be. I don't see that being that much of an advantage. Do you, Bubba?
I don't know what. My question was, which one is the advantage? The indoor practice facility?
Which one is the advantage?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much of an advantage either one of them is. Maybe we're making an argument against the indoor practice facility, but for me personally, I think that you think about these guys last year, they wanted to play the bowl game, and it's canceled. And the sorry folks from Boston College, yes, I said it again, canceled the game, which was totally ridiculous because they were going to get their butts kicked. All right. Fast forward to this year, we're in the same position. This year, we're going to be able to play a game. I think for me, I'm not worried so much about it. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a factor. And we still found out about the winds. That's not going to be a factor. So, and like I said, unless it's a severe like 12, 14 degrees, like we talked about. What do you think, Bubba?
I was actually going to go back to what you were saying as far as the point about the 3,700-yard passer.
Can you all hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 1,400-yard rusher, and then a couple of 1,000-yard receivers. The closest thing I could think, the closest season I could think of was back in 2013 when we didn't have two 1,000-yard receivers. We had Shane throw for a little over 4,100, and then Tay Cooper ran for 1,200, and then you had Justin that had nearly 1,300 receiving, and Zay Jones had a little over 600.
Well, give a shout out again to John Hall. He's leaving here tonight, but I appreciate him being here for us and letting us be here at Overtime Grill and Bar, guys. It's been I don't know how I've been able to concentrate. 21 TVs of like all your favorite sports, $4 craft beers. I've got 12 wings waiting for me here to my left here that I'm going to take out when I get the ride home, but back to the hotel. But appreciate them very much. And we had the social media star, Tiffany's here tonight, the great bartender. I was telling her, by the way, guys, I don't know how in the world she concentrated on mixing that drink like she was doing in the promo video and talking at the same time. Like Bubba said, I would have had the drink spilt all over the place.
A good female bartender knows how to talk. They know how to play the game to get tips. She's talked and mixed drinks many, 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 many times. That is nothing new to her.
That's right. So we'll let her do her thing, and we'll try to do our thing. Where's Justin? Anybody seen Justin? I guess he's at the Hyatt. He's at the Hyatt. That's what he's saying. So, just above. He's at the Hyatt.
Oh, there he goes. All right. From the Hyatt. What's up, Justin?
While we have a chance.
I saw him earlier at the Pirate Club function.
Tom, are you ready? See if we can get Tom on while we have a chance. We got a
Dale's brother, Tom Earnhardt.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt's brother. He's never heard that one before, Gal.
Well, okay.
Right.
Carrie Earnhardt's uncle.
You've never heard that one before, have you, Tom?
I've heard it a few times.
All right. Glad to have you here tonight. We got a great group here.
Good to be here.
So what are your thoughts? You've seen a lot of Pirate football. What are your thoughts about tonight going until tomorrow?
If Keaton establishes himself early and can get that edge, because if Keaton gets around the edge, it's over.
Yeah.
He will eat them up.
How many touchdowns? I'm going to put you on the spot for Keaton. I'm going to say 3.
I'll go along with 3. 3 touchdowns for Keaton.
There you go.
All right.
Like it.
What's up, Kyle? What's up, Matt?
Hey, not much, Tom. 3 touchdowns for Keaton sounds good to me. I don't care how we score as long as we score, whether it's through the air or on the ground. But Keaton with 3 touchdowns sounds good. That's not going to be enough to win it. So let's say Keaton with 3 touchdowns and then Holton with 3 touchdowns.
Hey,
that might do it.
Hey, let's do it. I'll tell you what. Let's have Holton run a touchdown in, and he can throw 2 touchdowns. That'll be 6 touchdowns. Who can take that, right?
That'll suit me.
All right.
Tom, what's the over/under, Tom, on the number of carries? Or how about this? Let's say the number of touches, total touches Keaton gets tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
25 plus? What do you think?
Number of touches.
In the rock.
If he's averaging what about 4 or 5 a carry? Is that right, guys? Off the top of my head.
He's averaging between 7.5, almost 8 yards.
Oh, 8 yards a carry. I went to Carolina.
I would. So did I. I'm terrible at math, but and I'm an artilleryman.
Oh my gosh,
that's terrible. I think the surprise will be our tight end play. Our tight end play may wreck them.
Wow. Okay.
And of course that's without
Ryan Jones.
So we're gonna have
Shane Calhoun.
Again?
I think Shane Calhoun's itching to have a good game, and I think our tight end play may, if we can get the crossing routes going. And Bubba and I have talked about this, and you and I have talked about this. Goodness gracious, we've been texting back and forth between games, and we go, why are they not crossing? You know, it's Donnie Kirkpatrick. Cross the field and throw the ball. But,
I like it though. Tight end. That's
great. Jalen Johnson started to get healthy again at the end of the year. Big touchdown against Temple. So you'll be able to play CJ more in the slot tomorrow. Talking about crossing routes. So
and CJ is let's be honest. CJ is a tight end.
He's a big dude.
He's a big fella.
I wonder if we'll see.
We'll be in good shape.
With Jones gone, Calhoun, being the only tight end with a lot of playing time, hard to catch the ball. I wonder if we'll see the kid from the transfer from Temple, the one from Lenore,
Aaron Jarman.
I wonder if we'll see Jarman on the field some tomorrow.
Hey, that'd be a nice little wrinkle.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you definitely could, Kyle. And I think the other guy you might see more of is Tyler Savage too.
Good point.
That's actually
big body.
What about going back to the running game, guys? What about Marlon Gunn? He's one of my favorites. One of my favorites for this season. Surprises. What do y'all think about this year? What about Gunn? You think
Marlon's got an upside that we haven't even begun to realize.
A true freshman.
Yeah, absolutely. Marlon's got an upside that I think the coaching staff is just, they sit around in the coaching rooms and they just go, wait until he
look what our brother Richard Osbrook put. He gets a touchdown tomorrow. I love it. I'm a huge fan. Not that I'm knocking them Rajay or Keith Mitchell, but Marlon Gunn, I was like, we'd heard about that in practice, like back in fall camp. Watch out for this guy. We heard that media day. Watch out for Marlon Gunn. I was like, we've heard that so many times of all these players in the past. No offense to those guys. This guy, watch out for this guy. And nothing ever materializes. But look how Keaton's had a great year. And Rajay will have, in fact, next year, guys, we're going to have all three of those guys back.
And you remember, I don't remember exactly which game. We were watching a game when both Keaton and Rajay were out, and Marlon basically took over. And
Tulane game.
That was
one thing that I think is a weakness in Keaton Mitchell's game is his pass catching ability, and they tried to go to that more later in the year. It'll be interesting to see in the bowl with him more done with the bowl preparation. I expect to see some throws to the running backs tomorrow, and hopefully Keaton will catch the balls that come his way. That's the one part of his game that if Keaton can get better at it, he could end up being a first-round draft pick next year.
Yeah, I tell you what, next year he's definitely coming back next year. He's going to have one more year with the Pirates, and then he'll turn pro, I think. By the way, our buddy Pays, I'll come back to your other question, Pays, but he's saying Garcia gets a red zone package tomorrow. What do you think about that?
Is Pays not behind his microphone?
I don't care. I really don't care. If he helps us win, great. If not, let Holton play. I mean, look, here's the thing. Garcia is not going to become this great quarterback or not be a great quarterback because he does or doesn't play in the bowl game. That ship has sailed. There's no time to get him significant playing time this year. So if it can help us win the bowl game and we can get him in the red zone with some packages, great. But if it's not going to help us win just to get him playing time, shit on it. If he can help us win, great. If not, who gives a crap?
All right, by the way, here's Pace's other question. I'll ask Bubba and Tom because you guys how is the stadium and the area around it? What do y'all think?
We caught a glimpse of it on the way into town.
I saw it driving by.
It is impressive.
Look, anything is better than Legion Field. Anything is better than Legion Field. And all of a sudden, my sister's boyfriend's driving. He's like, guys, look. And boom, to the right, off the interstate, there's Protective Stadium. That's exactly what East Carolina and all these other teams that have played in this bowl deserved, and they finally have a chance to play in a real stadium. This is a really nice city. Birmingham is a nice city, and they deserve a nice stadium.
I mean, it's stunning once you once you come off the interstate. You exit off the interstate there, you swing around that curve, and there it is, and you're just like, wow.
Well, one thing I like about the stadium, and I'm not there to see it in person, but seeing it on TV, is one story. Excuse me, not one. There's no upper deck. It's all the way around one tier. It looks like to me, anyway, and it's 41,000. So it doesn't look like there's a bad seat in this house.
That's correct.
Yeah, the one side opposite the press box has an upper deck.
Okay, it does. Okay, well, one side has an upper deck. All right.
Yeah, Justin says hell of a lot better than Legion Field, and he also says that it's not bad. I'll say that. Here's another question for you guys from Sheila. She's asking tonight, do you think C.J. Johnson will break a record in the game tomorrow?
Break what record?
Like receiving yards or something?
The Birmingham Bowl record? That's what I'm guessing.
I don't know what the record is. What record is she talking about? Receiving yards, touchdowns, any record?
Specify which record you're referencing. I mentioned earlier 67 yards to 1,000 for C.J. Johnson, and then I remember back in 2014, Cam Worthy had a really big game against the Florida Gators. So
for 15.
I would not be surprised with the way Coastal Carolina has struggled to defend the pass. With everything C.J. Johnson brings to the table. If we can give Holton time the way we have this year, we've allowed half as many sacks as we did in 2021. Now, I really think CJ could go for 100 plus, maybe even 150 to 200 tomorrow. So I'll take CJ Johnson. Kind of is my breakout player.
She's saying touchdown or receiving.
Who knows? I mean, I don't know what the bowl record is. It would be nice if he broke it. Also, one guy, up to the last few games of the year, what's his name? The kid from Richmond, the transfer from Toledo.
Winstead.
Yeah. Winstead has not been himself the last couple games. He hasn't played horrible, but he hasn't been himself. This is Isaiah's last chance to show out for the NFL. I wouldn't be surprised to see Isaiah have a big game tomorrow.
Hey, by the way,
I think that's a good point. And just going back to Sheila really quick, I mean, I agree, and Sheila, I'm not sure about records, but I can tell you in these big games, you need to get the ball in your playmakers' hands. And, I'm definitely targeting CJ early and often. I'm going to get him the ball. And, here's the thing. They might be able to cover either CJ or Winstead, but they can't cover both of them. And somebody's going to have a big day tomorrow. And like I said, I'm not afraid to air the ball out in this game. Because I think Coastal secondary is suspect at best.
Yeah,
that's right about that.
You're right about that.
Matt's 100% right. This is time to throw the ball down the field.
By the way,
if the kid from Georgia is 100% as he appeared to be in the Temple game, and you can play him outside and play CJ in the slot, and you have Winstead on one side, Jalen Johnson on the other side, and CJ in the slot, I think we could wreak havoc.
By the way, go ahead, Bubba.
That's something else. Jalen Johnson, I mentioned that earlier to a Pirate shortly after getting to town. That it would be nice to see Jalen Johnson. He had a big catch fairly late in the season against Cincinnati for a touchdown, and we saw glimpses of what he can do with his best game being that Old Dominion game where he had 8 or 9 receptions.
Well, the winning touchdown against Temple.
Going back to
touchdown,
yeah. Yeah, he's saying going back to Isaiah Winstead.
Yeah, going back to Isaiah Winstead. Now, outside of that, he had the game against Houston where he only had 3 catches for 21 yards. But outside of that, he had at least 5 catches in every game. And I think out of the out of the 12 ball games, he had at least 6 in 9 out of the 12. So he's been the epitome of consistency, and he's averaging 12 or 13 yards per reception. The only real big play that he had was the hitch, where the Navy corner went for the pick, and it would have been a pick 6, but Holton threw it on time, and it went 67 yards to the house for a touchdown. Other than that, I think his longest reception is about 35 yards. So he had an excellent year, but not a ton of big plays, but just very consistent, moving the chains for Zay Wednesday.
By the way, guys, Weston Myers, he's chiming in tonight. He wants to know the over-under rushing yards for Keaton Mitchell tomorrow.
I don't know if there's an official Vegas line. Is he just asking our opinion? I'll put the over/under. I'll put the over/under at 125.
Ooh, so funny, Kyle. I was thinking 120. All right, yeah, I'll say right about the same. I'll say 120. So we're both right there.
So that's all you're going 120. So he needs 175 to get 1,500. I'm going to say that he'll have 140. I go 140 tomorrow. I think he's close.
So that's your over/under is 140?
No. It's over 120. Definitely over.
Okay, so you're going over 120, 125. So you're taking the over at 140.
Yep.
Defender to get it.
Yep. Over/under for Keaton Mitchell tomorrow of 120 yards. What do you guys think? And then we'll move them. Over. Bubba, over. Yeah, over. So I think everybody's pretty much over.
Over or we lose.
Yeah, we've got a.
I think we can easily win with if we have 120 yards rushing and have 300 to 400 yards passing. I think we're still probably in good shape.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I really respect the analysis of Brett Hickman, former East Carolina player, now coaching down at Anderson Division II program in South Carolina. And I agree with Brett. He said, think back at the beginning of the season, like the NC State game where we were throwing to set up the run, where we struggled to run against a stout State D. I could see that being the case tomorrow. Like I could see us. And he said, hopefully, if the run's not there and they're making us throw the ball, hopefully we'll take what's there and not just run for the sake of running.
Yeah, it's a great point, Bubba. Take what they give you.
Exactly.
We don't need to try to. We have enough weapons where we don't need to try to force feed anything. If they want to heavy up against the run and take away Keaton, and we have weapons downfield, we can get the ball to. So take what they give you, and I agree with that 100%.
Record for the bowl, by the way, guys, for Keaton, the rushing record is 155 yards, is what the Birmingham Bowl record is. Thanks, Pease, for that. So I don't think so. He'll come, like I said, he'll get like 140. I would love for him to have like a Scott Harley kind of day, but I wouldn't go that far. It's not, and we don't need him to go that far to have that kind of day. But anyway, there's a lot.
Oh, sorry, Dave. There's a little lag, so I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No.
I was going to say, guys, just taking a little different angle looking at this game. And, one of the things about this Coastal team we need to think about is they're going to let it all hang out, right? I mean, they have an interim coach, Chad Staggs, who's not going to be there in a few weeks. They have a quarterback who's on the move. We need to be prepared for anything tomorrow. Trick plays, onside kicks, fake punts. It wouldn't shock me at all, Kyle. It wouldn't shock me at all if Coastal was on the opening kickoff, if they tried an onside kick. This is a team that they have nothing to lose tomorrow. So we need to be prepared. The players need to be on high alert for, especially on special teams, fake punts, onside kicks, your trick plays on offense. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I think we need to answer that with the same kind of game plan. I know Mike Houston's coming back where Staggs ain't, most likely. He won't be back as head coach anyway, Staggs. But I think we should take the same approach. Nothing to lose. I think if we're gonna, we should make them worry about the same thing: faking punts, trick plays, etc. I know that really ain't Coach Houston's thing, but he had one fake punt that was god awful against Memphis. But besides that, I haven't seen too many trick plays out of Coach Houston, but I would match that. I think any bowl game you need to pull out all the stops.
Yeah. Everything tomorrow, obviously, each play offensively will begin with Hampton Ergo. So keep that in mind. New center has been on campus since 2018. Correction, 2019, but four years on campus, has played sparingly. And so that's something to really keep an eye on, because Coastal has a tremendous, I think it's Gerard Clark on the interior, 6'3" or so, 315 pounds. I know I saw him really wreak some havoc against App State as well as some others. So
Donnie thinks highly of him.
Yeah, so keep that in mind.
He's worried about him, but Donnie thinks highly of him.
And by the way, Shane Carton has a pace as back in that game. I think it was January 2nd of 2015, the last time we were here. He has the passing record for 427 yards. So that's the record for passing. So could Holton have over 400 tomorrow?
Probably not. I mean, it's possible. It is possible, but that's a tough one to break there.
Oh, I agree with him 1,000. If we do that would be like a blowout if we have all the
or either a shootout.
That was the one in St. Pete. Was that the game in St. Pete?
I thought he was talking about the Birmingham Bowl.
No,
right?
he was talking about the Birmingham Bowl. It was a losing effort, but he had.
They had that late time. They used to have it. Remember back in the early.
At Legion Field.
Yeah, Legion Field, and it was January 2nd, I believe. Yep. It was like after it was crazy to have it. I think after the New Year's Six Bowls, in my opinion. But anyway, that's just me.
Against the Gators, right?
Yeah. Chrissy's Gators.
I think it was
we lost twice to the Gators.
I don't think it was January 2nd. If I remember right, that thing was like January. It seemed like it was the weekend after New Year's.
Maybe it was. I know it was definitely after the New Year's Six Bowls, because I was complaining about that it should be late December at the very latest for that bowl, and not New Year's Six Bowl after that.
I might have not been in the country then.
Anyway, so guys, they're calling last call here, so I guess we can do that for you. That we've got a few more minutes left of the show, and then
last
we'll get
call
out
already. Wow.
Well, it's being Monday night. They close at 10 o'clock, so they're waiting for us, I think, to get out of here.
The Jeff Saturday experiment is not going well tonight.
Hey guys, one thing I just wanted to point out really quick, and if you just look at this opportunity for East Carolina tomorrow, you look at the time slot. I mean, we have a perfect time slot, 6:45. We have no competition during that time, guys. Wisconsin, Oklahoma State starts at 10:15. The Memphis game starts at 3:15. So we're talking about a primetime opportunity here to showcase the program. So, hopefully that's something we could take advantage of.
Yeah, let's show out. What do we have? What do we have to lose? This is the last game of the season. Well, I understand that. I'm talking about.
We have a lot to lose against Coastal.
No, I'm just talking about going for it. Like, why hold back?
We don't want to lose this one.
Let's end their season of football and baseball.
We do not need to lose to Coastal.
Yeah, I don't really take that mindset. We don't need to lose to anybody. But I think that this mindset that some Pirate fans have that, if you're not paid attention to football the last 5 years, I mean, Coastal has become the boys' state.
They are
36-5, right?
They're good.
36-5
They are a good team, but I do not want to live with that around our neck.
Yeah, I really don't think it's the albatross you're making it out to be. But I don't want to lose to them either.
All right, Ryan Daugherty has the longest punt in bowl history, 60 yards. Pace has the Birmingham Bowl book out, Bubba. So
yeah, Pace has all the stats tonight. I like it.
Yeah, Bubba's like, yes.
I want to see Pace behind that huge microphone.
He's got like a ginormous mic, like it covered. At least Matt's doesn't cover up his face. Like I have a face for radio, Pace. I'm not knocking you.
That's the golden Semenza microphone.
It is. I mean, Semenza, man. Next year, Semenza's going to be down here or wherever we are. We might be up at the Fenway Bowl next year. You want to talk about cold?
I hope we're in better shape than that.
We'll see. But, guys, do you have any final thoughts before we get out of here? We got a couple more minutes. The Pirates, yep. Tomorrow, 5 is the fan zone. So we'll try to maybe between Bubba and I, we can get some stuff and we'll put that up on. YouTube.
How many Pirate fans would you guys say are there? Does it seem like more than what we thought, or about the same, or what? Or have you guys got a good
crowd? To the crowd. How many Pirate fans do you think are down here? Several thousand? A lot? Like 2,000 or 3,000, maybe.
Okay.
To be honest with you, Kyle, the trip in on I-20, we were watching the tags and looking at the cars. There's a bunch of ECU folks here.
More than Coastal.
A bunch. I didn't see one car.
I haven't seen any Coastal so far, but maybe
yeah, over at the pep rally, and we'll have some footage. We'll have some footage of the pep rally.
You know, Bob, you know where I was going. Craig is on.
He's trying to get us flagged on YouTube.
Yeah.
Copyright.
And Facebook. Facebook's worse than YouTube.
But anyway, yeah, over at the pep rally, we'll have some footage of that on YouTube. But with the pep band, the marching pirates, and then also cheerleader, dance team, Mike Houston, Holt Nailers, Miles Berry. And
give a shout out to the voice today too. The voice, Jeff Charles. He did a good job. Don't you think, Bubba? He did 94.3 the game. He did an hour long. You didn't hear it? Yeah. Okay. He did a good job today. I thought he did wonderful, and he had Holton. He had.
I knew the show, but that's all. I didn't know anything about it. Where it was from.
It was right. It was right there at the pep rally. I didn't know if
I suggested to Patrick Johnson that they put a compilation together of Jeff's big calls of this year leading up to the bowl game. And I don't know if they ever did it or not, but I suggested it to him.
Oh, so, okay, Richard. Let's see if I can do this without.
Oh, there we go.
There's the wings. Can you see them?
Following the keyboard.
Man, that's killing me.
Yeah, they're very good.
That way, dude,
yeah. Tiff, the bartender, just told me I got to get out of here, so she told me to get out of here. So,
well, Dave, before you get out of there, you got to ask me my thoughts on who's winning this game.
Oh, that's right. So, real quickly before she kicks us out, who's going to win the game? I'll start with. Let's go with Tom, since he's our guest.
Pirates by 13.
Pirates by 13. All right, Kyle.
I want to say it's going to be a shootout. East Carolina 37, Coastal 34.
All right. I'm going to go. I say Pirates 31-21. And we saved the best for last. Matt, what do you think then?
Well, guys, listen, you got to respect this Coastal team. They play tough.
It says Pirates win. Sorry. Bubba says Pirates win.
All right. Sorry, Bubba. I couldn't hear you back there. Kyle, I mean, you got to respect, like you said, you got to respect this Coastal team. They play tough. They play physical. They have a great scheme. They've been battle tested. We haven't played so great the last few weeks, guys. So.
Oh, my God. I can't believe he's doing that. No, you're not.
Wait, whoa. Wait a second. Nope.
Oh.
That's when I said 13.
We're going with the Pirates, guys.
Yeah, all right. I love it. No. And you got the Pirates, yeah.
No. We're going with the Pirates.
All right.
So a bit of that ass clown from Miami, and then a bit of Lee Corso all in one.
That's right. And Gary Rosenbaum spoke. He said 42 Pirates, 41-14.
41-14. Gary's going 41-14.
Oh,
Tell Gary I'll drink whatever he's having.
Kyle said he'll drink whatever you're having, Gary. Oh, he's gonna bring you some back. Even better.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Hey, Kyle, candle's lit for you, buddy.
No doubt about it.
Appreciate
And finally, one more. Matt Redmond says Pirates by 4. We're gonna get out of here before Tiff. She's telling we're gonna get out of here. She did a great job with the promo. We don't want to wear out our welcome. So
you need to find another bar, Dave.
What's that?
You guys need to find another bar and keep the party going. It's early.
All right. So she's mad at me for saying that. I'm joking. I'm joking with.
Yes, please tell them you're joking.
I'm totally joking. She's not gonna kick us out. She's not gonna kick us out. All right, Bubba, Matt, thank you so much. Appreciate you, Bubba. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate all the crowd. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming tonight. Appreciate it very much. We'll get out of here. Live from Birmingham, you've been watching from Overtime Grill and Bar. I'm Dave Richmond. We'll get out of here. And as always, Bubba, you ready? He's ready to get out of here.
Let's go, ECU!
All right.
Get him, Tim.
There we go, yeah. Whoever that was.
All right, ready? Okay. All right, as always, go Pirates.
And gold. I'm a pirate down to my soul, and I don't back down, not at all. Find out when the cannons explode. From the sidelines down to the post, put it down like not even close. All out to the last whistle blow. From the flag with the soul and crossbones. Everybody stand up, get your hands up. Let our team know that we got they back. This is our house, this is our town. Our time, everyone, not copy that. Everybody in the stands go bananas, scream loud, but they don't hold back. Every foot, every yard, every first down, every touchdown with the cannons blast. Get it on, get it all, get the wave going like a hurricane.